Have you ever wondered what would happen if you started working as a mechanic? How far could you actually go? Would you stay stuck doing basic oil changes forever, or would you become the guy everyone calls when nobody else can fix the car? Because this job isn't what people think. It's not just tools, engines, and cool projects. It's pressure, it's mistakes, it's angry customers. It's long days, low beginnings, and a lot of moments where quitting feels like the smartest option. But if you stay long enough, something changes. So let's see what really happens when you start from absolutely nothing and try to become a real mechanic. Before anything worked, nothing worked. Before the tools, before the experience, before the confidence, there was just a broke guy trying to get a chance. No real skills, no proper tools, no reputation, just a simple thought: maybe if I get in, I'll figure it out. So he stood outside a small garage, not ready, not prepared, but willing. And sometimes that's the only thing you have at the beginning. He didn't start as a mechanic. He started at the bottom, sweeping floors, cleaning oil, carrying parts, doing everything except fixing cars. And yeah, it felt useless. But here's the truth. You don't start by fixing cars, you start by earning the right to touch them. Then reality hits. Cold mornings, hot engines, rusty bolts that won't move, oil in your hair, dust in your face, and customers expecting miracles for nothing. This isn't passion anymore, this is pressure. At the beginning, your job isn't to fix facts, it's to watch, to notice things most people ignore. How experienced mechanics don't rush, how they listen before touching anything, how they check before replacing parts. You start realizing something important. Good mechanics don't guess, they observe, they think, and only then they act. And if you pay attention long enough, you start seeing what others don't. Then one day, it happens. Someone trusts you with a real job, not watching, not cleaning, doing, and suddenly everything feels different. Your hands feel heavier, your decisions feel bigger, because now, if something goes wrong, it's on you, and for the first time, you understand, responsibility hits harder than effort. And then it happens. The thing every mechanic goes through. Your first real mistake. It doesn't look big at first. Just a small detail, a small miss. But in this job, small mistakes don't stay small, they grow. And when you see the result, you realize something that changes everything. This job doesn't forgive carelessness. Nobody cares that you're new, not the boss, not the customer, because in this job, you're not paid for trying, you're paid for getting it right. That moment hurts, it hits your confidence, your pride, but it also teaches you something most people never learn. If you want to survive here, you can't just work hard, you have to work right. At some point, you realize something nobody warns you about. Being a mechanic doesn't just make you money, it takes it. Every tool you need costs more than you expect. Every upgrade feels necessary. And every week, there's something else you don't have yet. At first, your toolbox is almost empty, but slowly it starts filling up. And without noticing, you're reinvesting more into the job than you're taking out. Because in this trade, your tools decide your level. While other people are living, you're investing. Weekends go by, money disappears, time disappears, and sometimes it feels like you're working just to keep up. You start noticing something uncomfortable. This job doesn't reward comfort, it rewards sacrifice, and the more you give it, the more it demands. Then comes the real challenge. Cars aren't simple anymore. They think, they communicate, they fail in ways you can't see, and suddenly, what used to be mechanical becomes digital. You're not just fixing parts anymore, you're solving systems. This is where most mechanics split. Burnout. One type replaces parts and hopes, the other understands. One guesses, the other proves, and over time, that difference becomes everything. Because guessing is fast, but understanding builds real skill. Then comes the moment that changes everything. Gideal, a car nobody can fix. Everyone tried, everyone failed, and somehow you figure it out. Not by luck, by thinking. And that's when it hits you. You're not just working anymore, you're becoming dangerous. After that, something shifts. People start trusting you more, you start trusting yourself more, and slowly you stop feeling like the weakest guy in the room. You're still learning, but now you know you can solve problems. But growth has a cost, and sooner or later you feel it. Your body gets tired, your mind gets tired, the same problems, the same pressure, every single day, and sometimes you sit there in silence, staring at the tools and asking yourself, is this even worth it? Because passion can start a career, but it's not always enough to survive it. And then you hit a point where skill is no longer the problem. Direction is. You can stay where you are, or you can choose a path. And this is where most people get stuck, because choosing a direction means accepting the risk that comes with it. The dealership path is structured. Clean floors, clear procedures, modern cars. Everything has a system. You follow instructions, you follow steps, you follow time, and at first it feels professional. You learn discipline, precision, consistency, but over time something changes. You stop asking why and start asking, how fast can I finish this? The independent shop is a different world. No perfect systems, no clean structure, no safety net, just problems, old cars, weird faults, cheap customers, unexpected breakdowns. Every job is different, every mistake hits harder, but here you learn faster than anywhere else, because when there's no system to save you, you're forced to think. And then you start thinking about it. Your own place. No boss, no limits, no one telling you what to do. Just you and your rules. It looks perfect in your head. Clean shop, happy customers, good money. But what you don't see is everything behind it. Because running a shop is not just fixing cars, it's everything else. Phones ringing, customers complaining, parts not arriving, deadlines everywhere. And suddenly, you're not just solving problems, you are the problem solver for everything. And if something breaks, it's on you. So you slow down, but you stop chasing fast wins and start building properly. Skill first, understanding first, process first, because rushing into success is the fastest way to lose it. And for the first time, you're not just working, you're building something that can last. You stop chasing easy jobs, because easy jobs don't grow you. You start taking the ones others avoid, the complicated ones, the frustrating ones, the ones that take time, and slowly your level changes, because hard problems don't just test you, they build you. Then you realize something important. The best mechanics don't do everything. They do something better than everyone else. And that's where real value is. Because when you specialize, you stop competing and start standing out. Then one day, you take the risk, not big, just enough, a small place, a simple start, but this time it's yours. And then reality hits again. This isn't easier, it's harder, because now everything depends on you. And then it happens again. A mistake, but this time there's no one above you. No boss, no system, no safety net, just you and the problem you created. So you change something. You stop relying on effort, and you build a system, checklists, processes, structure, because effort burns out, but systems scale, and slowly things start working. Not perfectly, but consistently. Cars get fixed, customers come back, and for the first time, you're not chasing problems, you're controlling them. And now, you're not just working, you're leading. People come to you for answers, you teach, you guide, and suddenly you see yourself in the people who just started. And this is the truth. The top isn't money, it's control. Control over your work, your time, your decisions. That's what most people never reach. Because once you were standing outside with nothing, and now you understand everything that matters. The difference isn't talent, it's who stays.